Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. It's just your average day in Sky. Until... You think that is all because of your absolutely garbage internet connection, or just your regular nasty server issues. But as you try going home, this message pops up. Invalid requests. Please retry or contact us if the problem persists. So, what happened here? Well, as you could tell, this is no ordinary server error. It's a DDoS attack, or to put it simply, it's basically where the Sky servers are absolutely demolished by the amount of traffic the attacker gives. It's essentially when you're doing your math homework, then all of a sudden your teacher forced you to do double the amount of your current homework at the same time. That makes you finish the homework twice as slow and inefficient. And according to Microsoft themselves, DDoS attacks are wide-reaching, targeting all sorts of industries and company sizes worldwide. Certain industries such as gaming, e-commerce, and telecommunications are targeted more than others. DDoS attacks are some of the most common cyber threats, and they can potentially compromise your business, online security, sales, and reputation. During a DDoS attack, a series of bots or botnet flows the website or servers with HTTP requests and traffic. Essentially, multiple computers storm one computer during an attack, pushing out legitimate users. As a result, service can be delayed or otherwise disrupted for a length of time. From what I've researched on the internet, the type of attack Sky experience seems to be, correct me if I'm wrong, a protocol attack that disrupts services, which you'll know in a moment. Now that we know what a DDoS attack is, you might be wondering, what is it like there? Are accounts saved during that time? And what happens next? Question 1. What is it like there? There's little to no information about what's like online, given that the Sky community is still very small compared to what it is now. Thankfully, or maybe it's the other way around, I actually was there or online during the DDoS attack. Although please excuse me if I'm wrong, given these memories are literally 4 years old. Okay, without further ado, let's begin! I was candle running during reset as usual. Geyser, Grandma, then Turtle. My usual route. Then things started to get unstable once I reached Grandma. My candles won't flash. Server errors popped up. I eventually got my candles forging after waiting for GTA 6 to release. And oh, it's about time I go to Turtle. Now after going from Turtle, I vaguely remember going to the Prairie social space. This is when the attack is at its worst. I tried friending someone. Failed. Then after a while, I tried going home. Also failed. Everything I do with Sky failed. Heck, maybe even kissing Kingro failed. And then I quit the game. The end. Now that we know that Sky is essentially a dead wasteland of server errors at that time, some Sky kids are worried. Are my accounts safe during that time? Well, thankfully, yes. All of our accounts are safe as confirmed by the developers themselves. That means that your candles will be randomly reset to 0. Your cosmetics will stay the same before the attack even happened. And that I can agree myself. The info is also supported by the fact that DDoS attacks only target servers, not the players' accounts. Now the last question is, what happens next? For this, I asked Sky support. And while they can't say what happened due to security and privacy reasons, Kat from the player support gave me 2 links. The first one led to an article on Sky's official FAQ page, detailing what happened. The second one, however, leads to a Twitter thread. The thread began on Thursday, July 21st, 2022, when That Sky Game, or the official account of Sky, announced that they're having a DDoS attack over the past couple of days. And the thread continued when they stated that they're trying its very best to keep partying on social media because, well, at the time Sky just had his 3rd birthday. And then finally the thread ended when they stated that the traveling spirit, which at the time was 555 Lightcatcher, and the anniversary event will be extended. And as for what happened next, I sadly can't say for sure, since the info about this event is very scarce and rare to come by. And according to an article on Quora, catching the attacker can be very difficult due to the fact that the attacker might launch an attack from other devices that will most likely lead to other victims. And the fact that the attacker can spoof, or in other words, fake the location of the IP address where the attack is coming from. But that doesn't mean that the attacker is safe doing this by all means. But hey, at least Cat wished me luck on the video, that's one thing for sure. Anyways, if you're one of the Sky Kids who experienced this, or maybe you have a close friend who did so, please feel free to tell me your POV of the story in the comments. I almost always read all of your comments, and with that, peace!